Have you ever noticed your child suddenly changing their preferences, hobbies, or even how they speak, without anyone directly telling them to? It can feel a bit puzzling, can't it, when you see shifts in their world that seem to come out of nowhere? This often points to a powerful but invisible force at play. Identifying unspoken peer pressure involves recognizing subtle yet significant changes in your child's behavior, appearance, and interests that emerge not from explicit demands, but from an underlying desire to fit in or be accepted by a particular group of friends. It is about understanding the silent cues they pick up from their social circle. This type of pressure is incredibly powerful because it directly taps into a fundamental human need for belonging and social acceptance, a desire that becomes especially strong during adolescence. Children and teenagers are constantly observing what is considered popular, what gains social approval, or, conversely, what might lead to social rejection within their peer group. They then often subconsciously adapt their own actions and choices to align with these perceived norms. It is not about someone explicitly saying, "You must do this," but rather about inferring expectations, making it much harder for parents to pinpoint and address directly. They are responding to an imagined consensus, not a spoken command. To effectively spot unspoken peer pressure, first, pay close attention to any sudden or uncharacteristic shifts in their preferences. Is your child suddenly interested in a hobby they previously disliked, or abandoning a long-held passion for a completely new trend that their friends are pursuing? Second, observe their body language and emotional cues when they are around their friends, or even when discussing them. Do they seem less comfortable being their authentic self, or are they constantly seeking approval through quick glances or by mimicking others? Third, listen carefully to their language. Are they using new slang, adopting phrases, or expressing opinions that seem somewhat out of place for them, especially after spending time with certain friends? Fourth, notice if they start actively avoiding activities, clothing, or even family traditions they once loved, perhaps saying things like, "No one does that anymore," or "That's not cool," even if they struggle to articulate the specific reason. These subtle yet consistent changes are often strong clues that they are responding to perceived group expectations rather than their own genuine desires. A key concept to grasp here is social norms. Children are often striving to align with what they perceive as the group's social norms, which are essentially unwritten, informal rules about how to behave, dress, or speak within that specific social circle. Understanding this helps us realize that the dynamic is less about specific bad kids and more about the incredibly powerful, almost gravitational pull of group belonging. This phenomenon is significantly amplified by the pervasive influence of social media, where perceived popularity and fleeting trends can rapidly spread and impact behavior, all without a single direct command being issued. Recognizing these subtle signs of unspoken peer pressure allows you to approach your child from a place of deep understanding and empathy, rather than making immediate accusations. This nuanced awareness helps you gently open a dialogue to explore their motivations for change, validate their feelings about fitting in, and ultimately reinforce their intrinsic self-worth. By doing so, you empower them to make choices that truly reflected who they are and what they value, rather than simply conforming to what they think others expect, thereby strengthening your parent-child connection and building crucial resilience for their future.